Hopefully, when you guys talk real quick, let me see how loud this volume is.
Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello.
Check. Check.
I'll try
Check.
to.
Check.
Hopefully, it's
One,
good and I'm
two,
not like
test.
overpowering you guys. We'll let the chat tell us how the audio is. How's the audio, chat? Let us know if I need to adjust it. I can't turn it up at all. Everything's turned up on my end. I still don't know how to fix that, but hopefully, it's at least semi comparable, so we're at like the same volume for you guys.
Hopefully I can yell.
Yeah.
Is this
Ryan's
fine?
gonna.
Do I need more light in here? I feel like I need
Nah,
more
you're good.
light.
You're good.
We good?
Yeah, Ryan's just gonna automatically yell, "Idiot!"
Yo.
So we got lots of topics today. We're gonna touch on AGL 6, AGL 7, some wired. Talk about our nationals that we're trying to plan. What it means to be an AGL pro and how you get pro status. Um, and then just kind of like future events and what we're working on. And then of course, what happened to the Ryan noob? So everybody got to kind of hear Ninja's side of the story when he was on the Beyond thing, and now we get to kind of see Ryan's side of the story and everything like that, and see what he's planning on doing, or if anything's come up in the past 24 hours or however long it's been. Maybe it was just today. I don't even know. So how long ago did you get the news?
It was whenever I tweeted it out. I think I was the first person to tweet anything.
Oh, okay, okay.
Although people were telling me on Twitter yesterday morning that it was gonna happen. That's
Oh,
what really
really?
confused me. Like I was up at like
That's
6
interesting.
a.m. I was up at 6 a.m. and I had people tweeting at me like they're dropping you for Brad, and I didn't understand what was going on.
They probably heard something like during the
It
event or
was
something like that.
it was probably on Tyler's live stream, but I went back and I didn't see anything like big. I don't know. It like that didn't make sense to me, and then I got a text message saying, "Can you get on Skype?" And I just knew something bad was happening.
Yeah,
Like we've been talking to sponsors or trying to do things, so it was like it could have been this, but I knew it wasn't.
I gotcha, I gotcha. All right, so quick recap, with AGL 6, obviously Misfits won that. I believe the Hype came in second, SYA in third. A lot of players that really haven't been playing, I believe the Hype and SYA, so it's nice to see, kind of all the old crowd come in and everything and start to rekindle the whole Halo, fire and um, I guess, the top of the line players back in action. It's always a good thing to see. Um, we did have a lot of new things with the live stream, able to jump from station to station, so there was no downtime. I literally think we had a total of like 2 minutes of downtime, which is really good. So I know a lot of people hate sitting there and listening to music with a camera on, so you'd rather watch gameplay and let the commentators commentate another game. So we definitely uh, thought it was a good thing to have that, and hopefully everybody else did as well. Um, so that's pretty much that.
Wasn't the like pure Severance series on that side station
Yeah,
stream?
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
that
both
was an incredible match. Spartan was going absolutely off.
both game
Like,
fives were the one before that too with SYA and Scar Gang. So like
yeah,
losers. What was it? Or no, winners finals finished, and then both losers games were going on, and we jumped into both game fives like right after each other, and it was like couldn't be any more perfect than to see only the game fives, the most important games. So and you got to see Elitist go off with the sniper, which he said, he was so happy that his only good tournament moment was on stream. So it was really funny, and nobody believed that that's who they were watching was Elitist when he was hitting those blaners on dispatch. And then and then the only technical difficulty we had was during that game five with Severance and Pure when um, Hunter Platinum's screen went black, and
yeah.
that's
When it
just
was 45-45,
yeah, it
right?
was 45
Yeah,
45 and his screen turned off. So we let the teams, usually what we'll do, especially like with objective games and stuff like that, we'll say, you're gonna replay it from, what that score was. So if it was
yeah.
extraction, if it was 5-2 or something. But because it was Slayer, it was tied and everything like that. Right at the end of the game, both teams said we want to replay the entire game, and because it was a Slayer game, we said go ahead, replay the whole game. We weren't gonna say first to 5 kills in that situation. So we let
Yeah.
them play through the whole game, and it ended up being 45-45 again.
Oh
What?
wow.
and then it finished off. So it was like a pure image of the exact same game. So it was pretty cool to definitely see that. Um, but overall, I think it was probably our best tournament we've had, smoothness wise and everything like that. We actually ran that event with only three staff members, so it worked out really good. We took everybody's criticism and everything to heart from one event to another, like we always do, and we always fix what our mistakes are. And hopefully, you guys see that after that event. The stream was good at Nashville. This event it was even better. No downtime, anything like that. And then being at the venue, it was just run very smoothly. Nobody was, I don't even know. Like nobody was having issues or anything. It was just, we were just knocking it out. So hopefully, you guys can get ready for Knoxville and us taking everything from this event and just putting it on a scale of, you know, 10 times bigger and making it run that smooth for everybody as well. So going into, AGL 7, hotel codes. If you're going, even if you don't have a team pass yet, if you don't have a team yet, if you're going, go and book your hotel. You can cancel it like within 48 hours um, before you have to check in, because from what I understand, there is like some canoeing tournament thing going on, and every hotel is booked in that entire like 20-mile radius. And we hold the three hotels that are not booked.
What?
So if that discount is like once that block like is done being held, which I think is the end of this week, then everyone's gonna be shit out of luck at getting a hotel. So I'm telling you right now, get the hotel. And if you have to cancel it later because although you don't want to be going there not having a hotel. We literally have like the last 200 rooms like on hold in the city. So
Dang.
yeah, I
It's
would
gonna be
not wait
sick.
on that at all.
Uh,
Um,
Going back on your AGL 6 comments, what I really liked about it is that in the past we've always had the problems of and the complaining of there's too much downtime, and you like talked about that. But I really want to go over that a little bit more.
yeah,
Is people don't understand how big of a problem that was and how much you noticed it. It was like it was like yeah, you understood what the problem was, but then you went on further and said I'm gonna fix it. That's what people didn't understand at the start of what you're creating so far with AGL is that we everyone thought that it was just a tournament and you were going to run it the same just in different spots. But any problem that you've had so far, you've fixed. And that's what's really impressive. Um Sorry to hype this up so quickly, but
no, dude, it's good. It's good. You've been a
that was
supporter, dude. You've been a supporter from the start.
yeah,
We go
I
way
always
back and everything like that. And you always, every event, the one thing Ryan says to me is, "Dude, you're doing a great job. Just keep it going." Like every event, he makes sure before he leaves Sunday night that he tells me the same sentence. Like that's like his sign off goodbye. So.
is tearing up a little bit remembering the first time I said that
So funny. So funny.
is yeah, but it was because but what I don't like is everyone who does end up complaining about it actually complains about it. It's not like, hey, this is what you're doing wrong, and this is also what you're doing right. It's, hey, this is what you're doing wrong. I don't like this. This is awful, and
Right.
I'm not gonna watch it because of that. But if any further problems with the stream, any further problems with the AGL, just tell them about it. Don't complain about it. Don't do it in such a snide way. Tell if you don't know how to do that, if you don't know if you're typing it wrong, be like, "Hey, this is a problem I see, but other than that, you're doing great. Like, keep it up."
Right.
Like,
Right.
just if you have any problems with that, I know I used to come off as like the snidiest person in the world, but I've started to understand my problems, and that's a common problem with almost everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. And we
Boom.
definitely, we definitely tried to take everything that does go wrong and fix it. We do get bashed pretty hard whenever something goes wrong, and it's a learning process. You have to make mistakes and learn from it in order to grow. With anything you do, and that's kind of what we've done. And now we've kind of found out, 100% how to make everything run, to the T. So that's why Knoxville is definitely going to be a huge, huge milestone and stepping stone for arena gaming. The venue is way more professional and bigger. It's going to be the most teams we've ever had, the most equipment, the most staff we're going to need. So it's going to definitely take. I think everybody's gonna kind of walk in there or see it on stream, and they're gonna be like, "Now, this is what we want AGL to be," you
Yeah.
know,
Do we have
and
any?
they're gonna
Do
kind
we
of
have any
forget it.
pictures?
I have a video.
You have a
There's a
video.
video.
You haven't seen the video?
I haven't seen the video.
No.
I haven't seen the video. Can you play the video on stream?
I could have if I capped it, but I didn't cap it.
Oh,
Shoot, I don't even
Can you
know if I'm
screen
gonna.
cap like a YouTube video?
Yeah, I can. I mean, I can post it in chat. Can people post links in the chat right now? Can somebody post the YouTube video because I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to find it.
boom. No, I cannot.
No.
Let me see if I can find it.
I want to see this, man.
Yeah, they had a.
Was like the main stage there and everything?
No. It's literally
No?
like a minute. Hang on, I just have to go on Twitter and find it real quick. It's literally a. Oops. What's it called? A really quick video of somebody. Oh, here, I got it. Of somebody walking around just walks into the venue, kind of shows you like where the main stage is, where the hallway is, and here's the video. I'll post it like 100 times so nobody misses it. So there's the video.
Yeah.
It's just like, obviously it's not the whole venue or anything, but they kind of just, show you
Oh my goodness.
the real quick size of it so that you can kind of get an example. Like that whole hallway, just imagine setup going all the way down that hallway, teams on each side. Like that's all it's going to be.
That's ridiculous.
So, I mean, it's going to be what? 11 stations total.
Oh my goodness.
So, it's going to be awesome. He walks into one of the laser tag rooms. He walks in one of them. So he walks into one of the ones where you get your guns and then into the one laser tag side, and that's double the size of it for the laser tag. So just imagine that laser tag side double. And they keep in mind, they're still building this. They have 3 weeks to finish this for us. So
Yeah.
as far as I heard, as like the main stage is there, it's almost like done being built and everything. And if you haven't seen pictures of that, it's on our Twitter as well. So
It's gonna be awesome.
yeah, it's gonna be phenomenal. So hopefully
Hey.
everybody really likes that and gets super hyped for it.
Holy.
So it's gonna be really really big. It's I think it's a 50,000 square foot facility. So it's big. It's
Yeah.
big. If the people were at Pittsburgh, that one was 16,000 square feet, including like that's the entire thing. If there was no walls in there.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
yeah, it's
How
gonna
many-
be awesome.
How many stations did we have at AGL 5?
5, we had 4.
So you're gonna like
We're gonna have 11.
triple the
Yeah.
processing
Pretty much,
right
yeah.
there. That's
Yeah.
that's awesome.
We're doubling it for pool play, and then we have the main stage. Pretty much is how it'll work. So, yeah, it's gonna be huge.
Total of like
'Cause, like-
88 Xboxes and monitors, right?
Yeah, 88
'Cause-
Xboxes and monitors.
AGL 5 ran smooth. Like it was like hard, but it was pretty smooth. But now that
Besides
you're
the
adding,
beginning
like,
of, I mean, pool
but
play
yeah, I
wasn't
mean,
like.
it was still
Yeah.
pretty good. There weren't many stoppages. Like, well, I mean, we played all 7 of our games and then left on Friday. But anyway, it ran smooth for us. And now that you're adding even more like stations, that's just gonna make it run even smoother. Like,
Yeah, and we have a
it's-
lot more because we have more
it's so good.
stations. It allows us to have more time, like per pool play and everything. And because we're doing like a whole new like check-in system where you don't have to check in until half hour before when your pool plays, it's gonna allow so like right there in the beginning of the day, there's not 400 people standing there waiting to play. It's gonna be like, okay, I know I'm playing at 3 o'clock. I'm not coming until my check-in time at 2:30. So then
Yeah.
it alleviates that whole kind of chaos and like cluster of people just doing nothing. But don't forget, come early and play laser tag. we will have GoPros for you to wear, and then we will upload your POVs to our YouTube channel.
What?
It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, we're gonna have. I
No
think we have
way.
4 GoPros that we're gonna be able to use for that. So we're gonna be able to
Laser tag montage.
have a
That's-
laser tag montage, dude. Like it's gonna
That's
be
gonna be awesome.
disgusting. It's gonna be really.
Someone's
cool.
got to do like a 360 no scope. Crazy.
Someone's got. Yeah, it's gonna be There's gonna be so many funny things. Like everyone's gonna take the laser tag to be completely like Halo, and they're gonna run up and like BXR someone and try to run a flag with flag juggle and stuff like that. So it's gonna,
Juggle the flag.
dude, I got a flag ran. I'll show you that. I'll show you that in laser tag vision. So yeah, it's gonna be really really cool. Um, and
Monster's an FA for laser tag with 1,125 points.
oh God, that's so funny. That is too funny. Um, so then obviously we've got passes are on sale. There's links around the front page of our website. I know there's gonna be so many good teams going to this. We're seeing a lot of these old players come back. Who knows what's gonna be happening with, certain team changes, as we know, what just happened with Warriors and stuff like that, which we'll touch base on in a minute. But then kind of going into laser tag, $30 unlimited laser tag all weekend. Awesome. And then uh, for the top 24 teams that we kind of figured the people that are going to have the top 24 seed have probably been to at least two, if not three, of our events. So we kind of figured, let's do something to kind of reward them for supporting us from the start and all of our events. So the two things that kind of do that is one, they get invited to play in the FFA. So now they don't have to play pool play. They get a buy from pool play, and they get to play in the FFA for $500. That's awesome. FFA is coming back. We haven't had it at one of our events yet, and now we're doing it with the premier players to start. And
Nice.
then also the media content. So taking those top teams and creating, picture portfolios and video portfolios for those top teams that then will be kind of displayed before they play their matches for the rest
Oh,
of the
you're bringing
weekend.
that back? That
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
that an MLG for a while? They had
It's
a
going to be a little bit better than that. It's going to
yeah.
be more along the lines of how the Call of Duty championships were, if you
Oh, I
saw how
actually
they
didn't
did it with
see
their
those.
teams.
You
So,
didn't? Oh,
I
screw.
saw
yeah.
the championships, but I was like in and out of games. I wasn't watching
Mm.
the pregame or
Yeah,
anything.
like if anybody that was watching that and they saw like how they did like the player profiles, like the team profiles, that's kind of how it's going to be. We're leaving that up to Grant and his team of he's got like 3 or 4 people that are coming out to do all the video work and photo work and everything like that. And then as far as I know, also throughout the whole weekend, they're going to have a whole photo booth like set up so that anybody and their team can go in like Saturday and Sunday and take get like team pictures or personal like nice ass pictures and then order them like later on kind of and then obviously our new streaming abilities. Obviously every event we just want to up it. I want to up something every event. I can't just be like here's how Pittsburgh was and it's going to be the same at Knoxville. Like I can't do it. Like every event I have to add something. That's just how I am. I like to challenge myself in that booth. 3 screens isn't enough for me. So like the way I'm upping it, I'm gonna need 4 screens now. So it's gonna be awesome. So now I get one more monitor to look at and run stuff off of. And basically, what is gonna come into play with that is how we had the other stations. Um, Actually, I guess it's gonna be about 8 screens total. So it'll be 4 for me and then 4 separate ones for the other computers now. So it's gonna be huge production. Like it's gonna be awesome. And it's basically so how we were able to jump into the other games, we're still going to be able to do that. So there's no downtime, okay? And now we're going to have Arena Gaming League channels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to have 5 live streams for you guys to pick what you want to watch. So you can watch the main stream with the casters and all of that going on. Um, Otherwise, you can jump into like Pool A, Pool B, Pool C, Pool D, and you'll be able to see a game and whatever is happening in those pools. And then when it gets to bracket play, if there's 4 huge matches going on, you can watch all 4 of them at the same time. So
Yeah.
it is
Perfect.
going to be amazing. Like we're completely taking the production to where Halo has not been seen um,
Ever.
ever. Yeah, like there's never been that capability, with Halo. Halo's always had one stream. We've seen multiple streams with LoL, with StarCraft, with Call of Duty, and everything like that, but we've never seen it with Halo. And with Knoxville, we are bringing the multiple stream, aspect. So, how can you say I can barely handle one stream? One stream was perfectly fine. Hating, Saucy's hating right now.
Yeah.
Um, the other
That's
streams,
that's
there's
that's a
no
That's a
there's
troll. Don't
no
worry about
yeah,
it.
there's no maintenance for the other streams. That's the thing. It's literally
Yeah.
it's plugged in and it's running. It's not like there's going to be casters for it. There's not going to be switching for it or anything like that. It's literally here's the point of view for that game. So if whoever is playing on it, you can watch it at the same time. It's to give more options and everything like that. So
What do you think about this for upping for one of your future tournaments getting a replay? Like you
yeah,
can replay what happened on stream. So if something sick happened, like after the game, you can be like, go back to it.
yeah, we started to look into that, and we thought we had stuff to be able to do it, and we didn't. It was going to cost actually a lot more than what we thought.
Uh,
Um, it's really tricky to be able to do that. It's like it would cost like about $5,000 to be able to do a full on replay thing, and it would take like two more people just manning the replay station. So it's like
yeah,
in order to do that, like that's gonna be like a huge step. Like that's not really it's not worth it for like when we'd be able to use it and everything. So we're kind of holding off on that for now. It's definitely we know how to do it. We've figured out everything we need to do it, but it's something where we just don't feel it's right to implement that at this time. Um, and the
keep
player
donation
cams,
started.
we could. The player cams, obviously, they were a little funky and stuff at Pittsburgh because like we didn't have mounts built for them or anything. We literally just set them on the table because we just wanted to test them and see how the switching was and everything like that, and make sure that it was going to be good to go for Knoxville, so we didn't go into Knoxville and have issues with them. So
Make
at
sure make
Knoxville,
sure your computer didn't break.
exactly. So at Knoxville, like they're gonna actually have mounts built for all of the cameras for us and everything like that. So they'll be above the monitors, out of the way, and it's so like all that's already been taken care of. We just had to test them at Pittsburgh pretty much. Um, so that's gonna be another really cool thing. We're trying to do everything we can, and obviously uh, the staffing and everything like that. We're working on that and getting that taken care of because obviously how big of a tournament it's going to be, we will make sure that we are overstaffed rather than understaffed, um, especially for Friday during pool play. But because of the new check-in schedule and the time frame that we have, uh, for example, in Nashville we allowed ourselves 3 hours for a pool play. At Knoxville we're allowing ourselves 5 hours for a pool play. So it's a huge difference. You can't like it's just a huge difference. Like
Yeah.
I I don't even know what else to say. It's just like it's such
Yeah,
a big
that's
difference that it's not gonna even affect it at all. And I think we need like 5 refs only or something like that, so it's not a huge deal. Um, so and then so let's touch base real quick before we go into Wired. We'll touch base on people are asking about the maps really quick. As far as I know,
Yeah.
we are gonna be able to get the map codes. I've been told we are gonna be able to do that.
Nice.
So we're just
That's
waiting
sick.
on the 100% confirmation to get the codes, but I'm told that we will be getting the map codes, and that's not going to be an issue. They're just working on that on their end. So um, all the
what about
V4 maps that come out tonight or tomorrow, whatever Ghost releases, that will be the 11 game types that we use.
doesn't he usually release more than 11 game types?
We're only doing 11 now. That's kind of what has been
All
decided.
right,
Is it's going to only be the standard 11 2 extraction, 5 flag, and 6 no. What is it? 2
a little
extraction,
over. 4 flag and 5 slayer.
5 slayer. Yeah, yeah.
All right. I mean,
So
I
yeah, it's
guess I
gonna
can
be.
dig with that. Do you know the maps or doesn't
They were
doesn't he
talking
usually
about it today,
release?
but
Isn't V4 supposed to come out tomorrow? Can anyone
yeah, but I
confirm
think
that
it's confirmed. He said tonight, actually.
tonight?
He said tonight. So we'll see. We'll see if he gets them done. But tomorrow for sure, because he leaves for 343 tomorrow. So he wanted to make sure that we got him before he left for there, so be able to start practicing this weekend. So I know
Yeah.
that I know it'll definitely be by tomorrow, but he wanted to get them done tonight so that everything was said and done.
Is it
I
like said anywhere like what the maps are or anything?
He talked about it today on the Beyond Show. Maybe
Okay.
Saucy can confirm or Siren what the exact lineup was. Um, I can try to remember. Let's see. We got a Drift Flag,
Okay.
Abandon Slayer, and he said Abandon is completely different. Like all the spawns are fixed.
Okay.
Overshield's on the tree. They're working on a couple different weapon placements on that, I guess. And then let's see. We've got Haven Extraction, Station 9 Extraction, Haven Slayer, Simplex Slayer, Simplex Flag, Skyline Slayer, Skyline Flag, Landfall Small
Landfall?
Slayer. Yeah, it's a small version of it, Slayer.
Okay, land small.
And then I'm missing a flag. I'm missing a flag. I don't, or am I miss? What am I?
Okay,
Oh, and then
this.
dispatch flag.
All
So
right.
that's all of them.
Dispatch flag.
Is
Yeah.
there
So
Okay.
no
we kept
Slayer on that?
no Slayer on it. Only
So it's
flag.
only flag
Only flag on dispatch. Yeah.
I
So
mean,
those are the 11 game types right there.
and no monolith.
No monolith. It did not make the cut.
Okay.
can you type that out for us
Yeah, we
anywhere?
can type this.
Just
Abandoned Team
eventually.
Oh,
Oh
Slayer.
Hunter did
wow,
it.
somebody already did it.
Oh, there you go. Love you,
Well
Hunter.
done. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Haven extraction. No. Station out in Haven.
Onyx will not be used. Here's the thing. Everybody loves Onyx so much. Ghost realizes that. Everybody loves it. Like, everybody has made that very apparent that everyone wants to play Onyx. But here's kind of the thing behind it. It hasn't been tested enough for us to implement it in an event, especially an event this big and this short notice. Like, we don't
Yeah.
want to take it and we don't want to be like, well, the weapons should have been placed like this. The spawns were messed up, this and that. So we don't want there to be a huge mistake during the finals because of that map wasn't tested enough or something like that, and people to
Mhm.
get screwed over because of it. So as far as I know, you can look for it in the future. I think that there's a really, really big possibility we'll see it in like V5 or V6. Kind of how we'll probably throw it into V5 and as like a testing map, and then leave it in permanent if it works good. For V6 and something like that. So I think
What
he
a-
just wants to get it tested really well and make sure that it's like perfect before it actually goes into the tournament play atmosphere.
And are these built for the 4-shot settings, or is that going to be another update?
As far as I know, it's all this is gonna be ready to go for the 4-shot.
Okay, cool.
He's not releasing like obviously the 4-shot settings because that's what they're going to test out and everything this week. And
What about Onyx for FFA? I
yes,
mean,
it will be the FFA map.
all right, good.
It is.
Onyx,
That's
yes, Onyx
Good.
will be the FFA map, so
'Cause
everybody can cheer about that because I
Haven,
absolutely wanted that for
ew.
the FFA map. So yes, I will use Onyx for FFA. That is
Nice.
100% in stone. I decided that today because it's not going to be in 4v4. It is a phenomenal map. Why not see it in the FFA, right? I'm sure
yeah.
everybody will love that. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be no problems there. So I definitely think that that's kind of a good spot too to kind of launch it into the atmosphere so that we can get it going with the FFA and then bring it into the 4v4 once it's ready. Um, let's see. So let's go over what happened with Ryan getting dropped from Warriors. APG gets picked up. Any news on your end? What are you trying to do? You trying to put a team together, join a team? What do you think? What are you thinking?
Well, right away after I kind of like after I heard about it, after I started thinking about it, I thought about the teams that I might want to join, I might want to go with, and I really wasn't sure. There's not that many teams like APG. I kind of felt bad for him before I got dropped, of course, because there aren't any teams. There's Classic who do need one. They're a good team, but the top two teams are pretty much solidified. And looking at that, I did try to weasel my way on ambush, but it wasn't too big. I was just like, hey, you guys having any problems? I'm here, but no, but right away I did look at Blaze. Blaze played phenomenal last event, and of
Yeah.
course, being a former
Yeah.
teammate, we didn't part ways like bad. He was a great teammate. He just ended up stopping playing. But now that he's back, I'm really looking into him. There are also the other possibility of Classic. They played really well whenever I played against them. Best man never really played Halo 4 too much, and they still ended up like playing well.
So is that
Um,
still Chig, Miquin, and Russo then? Is that the
yeah,
team of
yeah,
three?
it's still
Okay.
them. So there's another possibility, and there is a possibility of me checking out AM teams, but there isn't a high possibility of that. Um, I know a lot of people have asked me just over Twitter, which isn't very formal, but
Yeah.
asking me, and I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's a good time in my career to take a chance with an AM team that could be good, but they haven't won an event or been close to winning an event. So
Yeah, I think
that's how I
I
feel.
would love to see you and Blaze team again personally.
Yeah,
Like, dude, Chris is a phenomenal player, man. We were really happy that he was able to make it out to one of our events again. But that'd be awesome. I would definitely. That'd be my pick. That'd be my
Yeah.
personal pick. So yeah,
So
well,
yeah, I think
hopefully
I'm running
it
after
goes.
even right after this show. I believe I'm running with Classic just
Okay.
to see what's up with them. So
Nice.
so go to my stream after this. A little plug.
Go check him out. S-
So
Scrimming with
that'll be
Classic.
fun.
Yeah,
I
definitely
don't know.
sounds good.
I really I feel like this was kind of a good thing. I feel like Warriors was kind of growing old where everything that we did, it's like we already knew it was coming. All of our jokes got old, all of our jokes are the same. I don't know, and we kind of like pushed each other's buttons a lot. Anything that we did, Brian, he would find some way to not get on. Tyler was always complaining that he was playing too much, but when it came time that we were all ready to play, he would find a way to weasel himself out. He wanted to go watch Iron Man 3 when it came out instead of waiting till a day that he can. Stuff like that. I actually don't think it was a good choice. I felt as I tweeted earlier that it was a good choice from an outside perspective, the way I was playing, the way I felt like I was playing anyway, to do what they did. But at the same time, Goofy's actually leaving for Pakistan on Friday, I think,
Yeah, for
or
2 weeks or something
yeah,
like that.
something like that. And he's coming back in like the beginning of June, which they're only gonna have like 4 or 5 days to practice, which I think is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
I did ask them about that, and they said that they didn't want anybody scooping APG up, so that's their reasoning. I don't know. It was kind of weird, but
What do you
anyway,
think about Maniac or Cloud or BTH?
uh,
Are
I'm
they even
I've I've never talked to them, and they've always had that attitude towards me to where they didn't really want to talk to me either.
gotcha?
I did team with Maniac, but it wasn't a good event. We took fifth, but it was just a bad experience. I don't know if he's changed at all or not. It doesn't sound like it to Lethal Complainiac. Everything else, all those jokes about him still complaining.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't really want to team with people who just came back and started playing whenever I've been playing for so long. It's not a good idea.
I
Um,
gotcha. Yeah, definitely, because they kind of haven't been playing since day one and everything like that with Halo 4. Just kind of jumped back in the scene.
yeah. What else was I gonna say? I had something else I was gonna say, but I forgot. Oh no. No, no, no. I had it.
Brain fart.
Go on. I'll think about it.
Okay.
Any other
Um,
questions you have for me?
Connor, you got any questions for him?
Um, no, not really.
Oh, there it is. Got it. So I just want to point out I did make a joke to them in a Skype conversation. Um, I've been dropped by Goofy 3 times so far. This is the third time. I've been dropped by Brian twice. Each and every time I've come back and absolutely destroyed the team that I got dropped by. So they better be looking out.
Oh man, will history repeat itself from Ryan himself?
That's just
Shots
and
fired.
I
Pow
actually
pow.
feel like I'm concentrating a lot more now that I don't have anything on my mind but playing Halo and trying to get a good team. Um, every time I'd always be thinking, what is somebody else doing? Can Brian get on? Or I'm just getting upset about that. But now I'm actually focusing on my Halo, and I feel like I'm playing a lot better. Especially today.
Nice.
Oh, sounds good, man. Well, we'll see, man. It's gonna be very, very interesting. I'm excited. So, Connor, a lot of people have been asking me kind of, an update on Wired. The signups were kind of supposed to start the other day.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us a
Um,
rundown on where we're at on that?
well, it's almost done. We'll have an announcement on like the exact date of when it is going to go live, but pretty much to just long story short, the web guys just simply weren't ready and we had to delay it.
Yeah,
So
we
I'm
didn't
sorry
want
everyone, but we'll let you
an
know as soon as
unfinished
possible when
product.
the exact day will be and it won't be too long.
Let me tell you, we got a sneak peek on only one page of our website, and it's just so cool. I just can just sit on it all day and just stare at it because it's so nifty. Like they're making it so like interactive and stuff. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait. I'm sure everyone will love it. It looks incredible. But like I said, we'll get you an update on when all that's coming out.
So yeah, that's a quick little update with Wired.
Yeah.
So we've kind of been me and Connor have sat down and Billy and we've kind of started talking about like we've got these events going on every month that we're shooting to have in Knoxville every month. Obviously, we're still trying to set all that up with Battlefield and get dates clear to make sure everything's going to work out, for both companies. So we will have hopefully the July event figured out in the next week at least, and then the other events after that. But our nationals is going to be at the end of November. We're shooting for like the last weekend in November. It's like November 29th, 28th to December 1st maybe. Like I think it overlaps it. So like that's when we 29th to the 1st. So like that's when we want our nationals to be. That's what we're shooting for right now. And now um one reason that like we really are hoping that these events really start to sell out really quick and everything. Obviously this event's half sold out right now. There's 120 passes. We've sold a little over 60. um we need to sell that. We want to sell this out. We need to sell this out. We need to show like that Halo is continuously growing and not slowing down in any way, shape, or form, because the more and the faster that we can sell out 120 team events, the faster we're going to be able to bring you bigger events, bigger payouts, more money to everybody, and not only to the top 8 teams. So like our plan for nationals right now is a 256 team event. So no pool play, nationals straight bracket 256 teams. With that said, that allows us to pay out about $55 to $60,000 for a prize pool,
That's huge.
and
Yep.
that is not just going to be limited to the top 8 teams. That is going to be going down to the top 16 teams, something that's never been done before. Usually you only see top 8 paid out. We're going to pay out the top 16. Now, first, let's just say this. It ranges, first place is 20 grand right there, said and done. And then 16th place is $1,000. So the minimum if you get top 16 is $1,000. So,
Dang.
you know, that's why like we really want to show like that Halo is growing and everything like that. So the faster that these 120 team events can sell out, the faster we can bump it and have more even bigger events. And going into nationals, we want that 256 teams sold out so that we can pay this phenomenal amount of money out to the top 16 teams and reward more players than have ever been rewarded in a Halo tournament atmosphere from one single event before. So that's something that definitely spread the word about, and we definitely want you know help us sell these 120 passes. Like 120 passes, our past 2 events we sold out in minutes, and that's because there was a limit on it. Now because we upped it, people are being lazy and, oh, I don't want to buy my pass yet and stuff. And it's like, we had a 64
Legit.
team event that sells out in 24 hours, and then there's over 200 people on the waiting list. But then we can't sell 120 passes in 24 hours because people are waiting. Like, come on, let's get on this. Let's get these passes sold. Let's sell out these 120 team events in the snap of our fingers, so it's no problem. And so then we can start paying out top 16 instead of top 3. Like, I know everybody would rather see that. And then obviously what else comes with that is pro status and upping pro status and being able to pay top 16 players and everything like that to come out to the events and to compete and be AGL pros. Um, so like for right now, having pro status up to this point, it's kind of just been like, oh, I'm an AGL pro. Going into Knoxville, the top 16 teams, every player on that is AGL pro. That's what it's lined up to be right now. You're going to be invited to the FFA. You're going to have the media day. You're going to have pro passes. You're going to have access to VIP. Um, and so like, that's what we can give you right now. Now, one thing that Arena Gaming and Bonafide has kind of looked into in the past couple of weeks is being able to do jerseys. We have talked to every jersey company out there, and just all of them just kind of fall through the hole, or they're so expensive it's just not even worth doing. Like like the gaming jersey ones, like all those companies having, they're really nice jerseys, but it's like, do you really want to pay, 60 to $80 for a jersey for one event that you might not even be with the same team with again? It's like,
Yeah.
you really don't want to. Yeah, they're really nice jerseys and really cool, but it's like, if you know you're gonna be with the team for a while, go ahead and purchase those. Well, we kind of came up with doing like how MLG used to do their jerseys in a similar fashion to that. A little bit different. We're gonna actually use the same material that our bona fide shirts are made out of, because it is like a really unique, material and feel and everything like that and fit. So we're going to use those same shirts and everything like that, and we're going to be able to make jerseys out of them, with sponsors on the sleeves, team logos, team names, everything like that. And the top 16 teams, you're getting jerseys for our events. So, we're going to make sure everybody's looking uniform and looking professional, and we're going to be giving the top 16 pro player teams, all the pro players, bona fide arena gaming custom team jerseys. And then any other
Nice.
teams and players that want to buy and purchase jerseys, we're going to be doing them for a very, very fair price. It's not 100% decided yet, but like for a team of 5, so 4 players and a coach, we're looking at $100 or less. So
Wow.
$100 at the most.
I think
So
MLG, if we didn't get them for free, it was like $50 for a jersey
okay,
each. That's
so
ridiculous. Like
yeah,
Thanks.
that's crazy.
that's awesome.
So
Well done.
$100 for 5 jerseys. That's $20 each. And that's not even 100% decided. We might even do some specials. If you order a pass, you might get a discount on your jersey. Like within the first day and stuff like that. I love doing discounts and promo stuff. Like I love it. I don't know, I just do. But so that's definitely something that we're working on. We have all the material except one machine right now, so we're just waiting on one machine to come in. So hopefully we'll at least be able to do the pro team jerseys for Knoxville, so then it'll be able to be used for all the media stuff. And then after Knoxville, it'll be open to ordering for the public. That's kind of our plan right now.
Nice. Any idea of like what the jerseys will be like,
Like material wise,
or
well,
like
like our
design wise, or what would
design
they look
wise,
like?
we're planning on doing like arena gaming shield like on the left chest, and then with the team name across the front. And
Hmm.
then we'll have our sponsors on the sleeves, and then on
Hmm.
the back it'll be player name, team name. And then obviously if you are another team and you're not a pro player and you want like your sponsors logos on it and stuff like that, there will be options to be able to get that put on the jerseys as well.
Nice. Sounds good.
So kind of, you don't want to break anyone's bank. You don't want to pay $100 for a jersey for an event. You want to pay 15 to 20 bucks. So then it's just like, yeah, 20 bucks. I want to match my team. I want to look good and professional and stuff. So it's not as big of a commitment as the crazy expensive jerseys, and especially with a lot of the turnaround times with these more custom jerseys. They're like 6 to 8 weeks. So you got to order them before you even know if you're going to the event.
Yeah.
So like with ours, it's like, dude, 24-hour turnaround done. Like no big deal. So
Nice.
um, yeah, that's that. And then a lot of people, are upset with us canceling like the other events, not being able to travel and everything like that. But having it centrally located in Knoxville, we're trying to work everything out with Battlefield, and be able to be like the third week of every month Halo event here, so everybody knows. Like that's what we're trying to accomplish. So it's like it's on this weekend of every single month, no matter what. Um, because obviously we are looking into Gears and into Call of Duty as well to be in the other weekends. They will never be mixed events, conjoined events in any way. Every event will have its own weekend. So Call of Duty on a weekend, Gears of War on a weekend, Halo on a weekend. So we're going to try to have an arena gaming event every single weekend of the month.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
But it
what
won't
we're
take
trying
away
to do.
anything from like any of the respective communities.
Yeah, not at
They're
all.
not overlapping or anything.
Yeah, and we're Halo by heart. I'll tell you that right now. That's our soul and blood is Halo. And then obviously we do still have the draft and the fantasy and everything that's coming up, which I guess we could touch on real quick with draft, because Ryan probably has no idea what that is, do you?
Oh, I have no clue.
No
I've
idea.
been
All
out of the
right.
loop.
So draft is basically if you look at like the Ultimate Fighter, that's the easiest way that I can explain it, where there's two pro fighters and they have a team of like
Yeah.
people that are trying to go pro underneath them. So, there's going to be like a Team Ninja, Team Ryan, Team Formal, and stuff like that. And then basically, people will be signing up underneath you, and then you're basically getting paid as a pro player and being their coach, to train them and kind of put together, a team. Like, so 8 people can sign up underneath you.
All
And
right.
then basically you form the two teams out of those 8 people, and then they compete in like their own tournament every weekend. So like it'll be like every Saturday at this time, you know, that's when the matches are. So it'll be like, this week it's Team Ryan versus Team Ninja, and it'll be your A squad and your B squads playing each other, and then they advance through a bracket, and then like the winner of that whole tournament, with the squads that you guys put together, we'll pretty much win like an entry to one of our live tournaments or wire tournaments or some kind of cash or whatever. We kind of decide when it comes to that point.
Yeah.
So kind of something to get all the pro players more involved with us, get a way for you guys to actually get paid for being online, teaching people, and
It's quite
everything
interesting. I
like
like
that.
that.
So
And it's also an opportunity for like newer players to,
yeah,
get better fast.
yep. Yeah, I mean, there's so much potential out there. People don't know where to get started, and they watch, their favorite player, and they're like, well, I want to learn from them. How do I do it? And now, with a program like this, it allows them to just go on and a click of a button, be in your team for a season and learn all of your knowledge and skill base. And, you know, the other kind of cool part that I'm kind of hoping for is like, let's say like you put a team together, and then 3 events down the road they place third place or something like that, and it's like they started under me and they're my like I I pushed them up into that spot kind of. So it's kind of it's kind of something cool to get people that aren't involved in the community or are and want to really get out and experience the competitive atmosphere more, and create new teams that you know um, you kind of get to pick the
Yeah.
team. So it's kind
Yeah.
of cool.
I like that idea.
And
Well,
then we
I
have
also
go ahead,
I,
Connor.
I also like that it also makes like, newer players to the community like have to interact with each other, and then, maybe those people actually end up teaming or, whatever, or they meet
oh
other
yeah.
people, then they start scrimming them, and, it just really gives them a little push into like where they should be heading.
Yeah, I never even thought of that. I know a lot of people are trying to get better at Halo and trying to improve, but they don't know anybody in Halo and they don't know how to like take that step further of actually making a team and
Yeah, exactly.
having this would like put everybody in one area and be like, hey, this is everyone
Yep.
who's trying to do the same thing as you. And
Yep,
then you could like
exactly.
move on. That's all. That's actually huge.
And it's
Yeah.
kind of like you get the players who they look up to, and like you're the player that they want to play like, so they want to come learn from you in a sense.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be something really cool. And then we've got our fantasy league that'll be launching, which is basically like fantasy football, fantasy baseball, where anybody can, pay $10. You get in a fantasy league, and then you pick everybody who's going and competing at that event. You pick your top 4 picks in a draft process that we'll have that'll be all like automated, like you know. I don't even know how to explain. Like you go and you pick this person and then this person and blah blah blah. However
Kind of
it'll
like
work.
a LAN network.
Yeah, kind of like that. And then, but it like limits like to how like one player can only be on certain amount of teams, so you won't have like duplicated teams and
Yeah.
everything like that.
It's
And
like
then,
you put like a list of people and then you put then you like you just put them in a list, go down, and then based off other people's choices, you're gonna have them up.
right, right.
Yeah.
And then basically, um, they're kind of like they'll be in separate leagues, like 96 people in a league. So then essentially you'll win in between 500 or $1,000 in a fantasy league per event. So
Yeah.
and it's like open to unlimited number of people because every 96 people a new league opens up. So like you have
Nice.
a 1 in 96 chance that you could walk away with the money basically. Um, so it's just kind of something else for other people to be watching the event and be following their players and everything like that too. So
Very nice.
um, one other thing that we're looking into is we're looking into relocating if this whole Knoxville thing goes down to actually be in Knoxville. So um, just something to throw out there. We're in Chicago right now. We might be relocating down to Tennessee if all of our events are going to be there. And if that
Yeah.
goes down, there will be a lot more like I don't even know how to put it, like content. I just guess content in general because of the availability we'll have to the land center and all the production resources and stuff down there. So there will be like a lot more scrims, tournaments, just random stuff during the week too for people looking. Go away, stop.
That stops happening.
And here, I believe Yoda is gonna come in the picture right now. Yep. There's Yoda. Oh, jeez.
Trolled.
That's awesome.
Yep, get trolled hard. That happens.
Brad,
That's
what do you think about online tournaments?
So, online tournaments, real quick. Yesterday, I was gaming, and then I get this thrown in my face from my dad because I was I was being inappropriate while I was playing, and I got a technical from my dad. So I got trolled yesterday too. He walks up here and he throws that on the table and he goes technical. So it was pretty funny. Online tournaments, like our wired tournament is all online, but the way that
Well, it's
we
not
kind of
all
have
online, but
right, right. Okay, yeah, I should rephrase that. The beginning
yeah.
of it, half of it is online, half of it's in LAN. But like the qualifying part is online, and that's basically to get more people involved and give more people a chance.
Yeah.
Now everybody worries about all these issues that happen online. We have so many rules implemented to avoid getting DDoSed, connection issues, like everything. Like there's just I can't even go down the list of rules. There's so many. So like any scenario that comes up, we've ran it by our team of people, and it's covered in the list of issues. So like, um, and we've got it broken up in regions. So you like have to be from a certain region to sign up for that city, so that it kind of segregates. At least you're near certain members of that team, so the connection isn't going to be like there's four people from across the country playing each other and stuff like that. So it's like we went to as many lengths as we can to make the online experience as likable as you possibly can. Um, like doing online ladders or just like online, here's a tournament for $5 and you win 100. Like those, I feel like they're pointless. That's kind of why we wanted to develop like this new kind of online look at things with you know playing for a city, getting flown out to the event part and everything like that. So that's what we
And
kind
the
of
big
wanted
prize
to,
money as
yeah,
well.
more prize money. So that's my thought on it. I mean, Connor, what's your opinion on online tournaments?
I feel like in Halo 3 it would have been impossible because the online and no hit scan VR was just absolutely horrible. But I feel like it'll work, especially with the system we have, which I'll make something or like an announcement or something of like how that'll make more sense. But it'll go well. I can say that it wouldn't have been possible in Halo 3. In Halo 4, it's actually if you're playing people within like 2 states of you, there's not a big deal, and like DDoSers won't get past like their first match because the other team's gonna report them. We're gonna look at the evidence and be like, oh, obviously that's a DDoS. So
Yeah, the
you know,
problem was a third party DDoSer though.
yeah, that is true.
But the guy who did it did actually end up stopping. I think I haven't
We
heard from
got
him in
kicked
a
off.
long
We got
time.
kicked
TJ
off at
Yeah,
Pittsburgh. He kicked our event off. Somebody did.
care,
yeah.
yeah, some
But
little
yeah,
Yeah, some
just
kid did.
that would be the problem though, not like
yeah,
Yeah. Um.
removing a team.
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. So we've kind of covered it in every way that we possibly
Yeah,
can. But
you guys have done well.
yeah, and we're
Thank you.
just obviously the website side, all of that's really in-depth web based, and that's kind of why we had to push it back. We didn't want to launch something that was going to be half-assed. We want everybody to have the best experience possible when we launch these things. Um, so kind of learning from all the mistakes that we've done at actual events. We don't want that to duplicate over to when we launch a whole new product online. With Draft Fantasy or Wired, we want it to be 100% perfect the first time it launches. So once that launches, it'll be smooth, no issues, and that's kind of what we want to, portray to everybody so that everybody likes it the first time around and doesn't get discouraged after playing in it once. That they want to just keep going back and back and back. Um,
Definitely.
so, and a lot of people ask me about the banner behind me and why I don't bring it to the events. Here's the situation on that. This banner is I don't even know, 20 foot by like 9 foot banner, and it's vinyl. So you can't fold it. You have to roll it. And like I can't fit that crap in my car because it's longer than my car. So there's no way for me to travel with it. So I ordered one that's cloth and foldable to go with our stand that like folds and stuff. So like at Knoxville we'll have a really nice backdrop and everything. But so that's why this one's permanently on my wall. I
Yeah.
just nailed it up on my wall. So my whole wall is like that. It's pretty cool actually.
Nice.
So yeah, that's why Pittsburgh was a gray wall, Knoxville was a black or Nashville was a black wall is because I couldn't transport this thing. But we've ordered all the new signage and stuff like that, so it's gonna be really cool. And actually, Battlefield Knoxville, like I we love them to death. Like they just go above and beyond everything for us. If you guys are in Tennessee, go and say hi to them and say that Brad told you they're the best and sent you there, because they sent us equipment for Pittsburgh to allow us to run that event. They
What?
they helped us staff and brought equipment in Nashville. They are now supplying everything for Knoxville. They are, dude. They're printing
That's
out a
awesome.
huge sign, AGL like our shield, and it's going on the floor of their facility.
That's so
Like,
sick.
how sweet is that? So like a big basketball floor, like what you would see like center court in basketball, is gonna be like on the floor of Battlefield Knoxville with Arena Gaming's logo. So it's just gonna be so cool. Like they're completely branding it to be with us, and it's just like it's so appreciative that we found a company and a facility to work with hand in hand like that to have our events at, and to go above and beyond all these other venues and make sure that it's going to be the biggest, the best experience that Halo has seen in a while. So it's going to be awesome.
I
Somebody's
can't wait,
asking
man.
about what was said about pro status.
Let's do a little rundown of everything we've gone through.
All right, a
Yeah.
little rundown. Somebody else start the rundown. I need to take
All
a
right.
breather. I don't have my water here.
AGL 6 recap. Good job to Misfits.
You
Job
just
to
stop.
Misfits. BTH came back and is now doing good. Hopefully they
Yeah, that
continue
was a big
to do
surprise.
events.
Them getting
Yeah.
second and then Saya getting third was a big surprise.
Yeah, I really wish SY beat him. That would have been a lot bigger
Yeah.
of a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Coming from losers ones. AGL 7 info, there's hotels, passes, teams list. There's an FFA going down at AGL 7 that's going to be top 16 teams only. So there's going to be 64 pro players. Well, kind of the top 64 players are playing in the FFA. Media content on Friday. Laser tag is going to be awesome. We have AGL has new stream abilities. They're gonna have what 5 different POVs,
Yeah, it
5
should be
different
5
games
streams.
not POVs, games going on 5 different streams that you can pick through. That is it 5 or 4?
It should be 5. It should be the main one and 4 others.
All right, so you're gonna be able to choose between which games you want to watch. There's only gonna be commentating on one, but you still get to watch anybody. Like if you have your friend playing, you can go watch him or her.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's sick.
Yeah.
AGL Wired. Somebody go into that because I am not.
Yeah, web guys, it got delayed. Well, there'll be an announcement on the exact date soon.
Nationals is going to be at the end of November. It's going to be 256 teams. Top 16 teams get paid out $1,000 for 16th place, 20,000 for first. Ridiculous. That's going to give such an incentive for anybody to go, anybody who has a chance, considering that like the skill it's like up here for the top players and they're like steeps quickly for for everybody else. So if you don't think you have a chance, you have a chance. The top 16 at AGL, I don't think we've ever even heard of them. No offense. Holy shit, no offense.
You might be running with some of them.
All right. Pro status. This is what the guy asked. Top 16 teams will be AGL Pro. That's gonna be for the rest of the events. You're gonna get jerseys, pro passes, access to VIP rooms, the FFA, and media day.
Yep.
You guys can go in further on that because
I guess also another thing too that we're kind of adding is these extra awards. We do have our Astro MVP award, which is Astro A40 headset, and then we're gonna have a runner-up with a scout bag now. And we have the Caster's Choice Award. So Gandhi, Ghost, and Maven are gonna be able to pick their favorite and best player who performed the best at that event, and they're gonna get $500 cash. So, and then the FFA is $500 for the FFA as well. So we're kind of throwing in, a bunch of other little things to, allow other people who don't potentially, win first place to, win something, because somebody who's on a third, fourth, fifth place team could have absolutely dominated and been plus, 800 at the event, and they should, deserve MVP or Caster's Choice Award. Who knows?
Yep.
What
do you now that I'm thinking about it, what do you think of a secondary like kind of booth that like after the game you can get like you have like Gandhi and Maven are the casters, right?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Ghost.
All right, so they're gonna be the casters. They're more of like a casters that can just yell about the game. They're gonna commentate well, like Chris Puckett used to. What do you think about like a second desk that you can like switch to like later that has like analyzers, like pro players that watch the game? What do you think about that?
Actually, we will kind of have the capability of that because how it's going to be set up in Knoxville is there's going to be two cameras set up right next to each other with the ability to sit four people down. And the second station is basically going to be available for people to do interviews or like you said, something like that we could even do as
Yeah.
well. So like we'll be able to, because we'll have the banner, it'll be big enough to basically sit four people with two tables to be set up, and you could basically whoever wants to sit down there to fill time while the casters are taking a break, someone needs to get interviewed, whatever we want to use it for, we'll have that capability of having that extra camera to go to with two other people there for something. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually a really good idea though with the pro players.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Kudos.
Should
Does
we
the chat have any questions? I know
any
that's what
good
you were just about
questions?
to
Good
ask.
good questions, not any questions.
Good questions. Any good questions about AGL 6, AGL 7, Pro Stuff, Nationals? Saying buy the LAN network. I'm not going to buy the LAN network. There's no reason to. That's been dead for quite a time now. We've tried to work with them, I'll tell you that much. And that has not gone over very well. Enough said there.
Prize money for Knoxville.
Prize money for Knoxville obviously is based on how many teams are signed up. So like based on what it is right now, it's already at what Nashville was, and
Nice.
from there it's gonna base it. From there we're able to put. I don't even know how many more teams do we need to get to the maximum. Because it doesn't even need to get to the 120 teams to get the maximum. Let's see. Divided by. Hang on, I can tell you right now. Fuck, I hate calculators sometimes. So if it gets to like 95 to 100 teams, it'll be the maximum payout. So it doesn't even need to sell out. Because then that allows us to
It's on,
cover all of our expenses and stuff.
that's only like 30 more teams.
Yeah, so like literally 30 more teams sign up, it's $17,000 worth of payouts.
Yeah, we got that. Warriors aren't even signed up. Freaking legit. Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it. And hey, Brad, you want to hold a pass off for like 1 or 2 days? Like 3 weeks later, you still haven't bought the pass. Ridiculous.
So,
Yeah.
the maximum payout first place is 10,000, second place is 5, and third is 2. Yeah, and then we have the $500 FFA and $500 caster's choice.
Nice.
So we literally need to sell like 30 more passes, 30 or
yeah,
30.
we got
and,
that. Come on, Halo community, we got that easy.
So, what other questions do we got here?
Something about me. Does getting dropped ever mess you up? I don't think ever getting dropped really made me very upset. I was very confused whenever I got dropped from straight. That was a very confusing time, but getting dropped isn't really like a big deal to me because I understand it's mainly a business. It wasn't working out, so we're gonna go a different way. Sometimes you do get the thing of you start a business with somebody and then they end up cutting you out of the deal. You've seen the movies.
So
That has happened, but that's like the worst it'll ever get.
you know something that's really funny? You remember that one time when I dropped you from my team
You dropped me?
with me and Jesse?
Wait,
Orlando
what?
2010. And then you went and placed 26th, your first event that you made it out. It was
Was your
me,
gamer tag still unwind?
yeah. It was right after Anaheim. Right after Anaheim 09. You guys, it was you, Jesse, me, and Fragski. Remember that? Or no,
Who's
Take
Jesse?
Notes. It was Take Note. A Dark Legacy. How the
Oh,
hell do you not know who Jesse is?
Yeah, I know Jesse. There's a lot of Jessies.
Yeah, but dude, that's like you teamed
Dude,
with him for like 5 events, didn't you?
I teamed with him for Anaheim, and that's it.
Really? You didn't team? I thought you teamed with him before that too.
No, I was going to team with him for my first event, Columbus, but we ended up picking up Troy, and I got fifth round. And then I was gonna team with him for Dallas, but then that fell through, and then Anaheim.
And then Anaheim, you ended up.
So yeah, it was only one event,
And then.
But I actually don't remember. Like I
How
think
do
that
you
was
not
blocked out of my
remember that?
brain. How long were we
'Cause
teaming for? Like I think I remember playing with you
It
and
was
take
like,
notes, but it was
yeah,
only like
it was
only like
like
for 2 weeks.
a couple weeks,
Yeah,
and then you went and you played with Pretty Boy and
yeah.
Rapture and
Kana and
Connor.
Rapture, that
Yeah,
was fun.
yeah.
This one,
And then
yeah.
you
So I
just went
mean,
ham after that.
I've been dropped a lot.
You just went ham after that.
I've been dropped a lot, but it's usually for the better. Usually when you get dropped, it's not something like you did something wrong or you're bad. It's usually it's just not working out. And
Yeah, see, and
good luck in
Micklin
your
knows
future
what's up.
endeavors. And it does end up working out.
Yeah, and then Micklin knows what's up. Cass Cole, me, and you for the
Yeah,
Chicago event. Then yeah,
that was a fun event.
that was
That was a really fun. What did we end up getting? Like top 6,
eighth.
8th? Oh, I thought it was top
Yeah,
6.
yeah.
That was sick though. We lost like winners round 2 and
Yeah,
came back.
and then came back, went through like 13 rounds of losers. Dude,
Yeah,
that was the most Halo
I
I've
was
ever played in one day.
I was
Like it
so
was
amazed at how well
ridiculous.
we did because I didn't think we were gonna do that well.
Yeah, yeah, because it was like 2 days before the event. I was like, yo, Ryan, Jesse can't come to the event. Why don't you come and team with us? Okay. Like done. Like no
Yeah.
practice, go to the event. Yeah,
All
it
right.
was it
All right,
was
we're getting off
awesome.
topic here. Any other questions? AGL
Nobody,
7 over
dude,
here and
nobody knows
password.
Ryan before he was a pro, and unfortunately, I got that backstory on you.
Was
So
I mean back then? I don't think I was.
no, no,
No?
no, not at
Good.
all.
I don't remember back then, but I hope I wasn't mean.
Shampoo to use? I used Old Spice. That's a good question. um, so let's see. No, as of right now, we're not going to be holding events anywhere else but Knoxville. We have a really good offer on the table right now to hold an event somewhere else, but um, it's still up in the air. It's undecided. I can't even release any information on it. It would be another big event. Really good location, really good venue and stuff, but we're still working out the details. We kind of have to see how this event sells out first. Like if this event sells out, then we could fit that in and stuff like that. I mean, I've even possibly been thinking, which I haven't even thrown this out to Connor yet, is we could say Connor have a small event out on the West Coast just for shits and
Yeah, that would be
giggles
sick.
because
That's actually a
nobody
Dude,
really good
West Coast
idea.
has been like
like
shunned for so long
like
as
just
far as
Well, I mean,
because
competitive
it
Halo
doesn't
goes.
matter if pros
I
go to it. Like just do like what we
yeah.
just did for Pittsburgh
Yeah.
out
I,
there in Orange County.
yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. I mean, I'm here in California. I would be down.
Because like the venues there and everything, we wouldn't have to bring any of our like the stream like would just be whatever they have. Like if they have all their stream stuff, it's good to go. But like I'm not gonna bring anything out there, so it would be
Yeah.
like whatever they have there is basically what it would be, and um, we would rely on them for basically putting it on and stuff, and we would just get the people there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
mean, the good things about like having an event or your event in Knoxville, like all of your events, is it's a really good centralized location. Like I'm from Florida, and people from like Chicago or people up in the Northeast can like easily drive there. It's like a 10-hour drive, but it's like a decent drive, and
Yeah.
you you don't have to fly from Chicago down to Florida, Florida up to New Jersey or anything like that anymore. It's
yeah,
always gonna be in that central location, which is
yeah,
I think like huge. It's gonna be really good. Of course, the West Coast is going to be like kind of
hurting.
upset by that. It's going to be
Yeah.
hurt.
Which
But if
maybe, which maybe if we could just do a
yeah,
24-32 team event out there for them, once every 6 months or something, and it
yeah,
would just be like it would just piggyback off of our normal events. Like we'd have our normal event next weekend, we would just go out there. Like it wouldn't be replacing any of our events or anything like that. So that essentially, it would be like, two events, in 1 month or whatever. But it would basically just be for the people who are out there that are West Coast, all the West Coast people, so they can actually play in an event. So it's definitely something that's kind of up in the air right now. That I think if enough people were to be interested in that, once that venue is all set to go, we could definitely work something out and having something there.
yeah,
That'd be awesome.
So definitely down for doing something small like that out there because it's you know there's no
and
reason not to.
and for the people who are in the West Coast that wonder like why it's a bad idea to send you guys out to the West Coast, like as a full event, you guys would be taking such a big hit. First
Yeah.
of all, getting all your equipment out there and all of it back to run a 32 team event,
Yeah,
like it would be such a big hit that the future tournaments would be hurt.
exactly.
So you don't want to take that chance.
And we would end up having to spend more money than like
Yeah.
what would be brought in, because you look at plane tickets, they're like $500-$600 out there right now. Like
Yeah.
it's not the cheapest thing. So for us to fly 3 or 4 members of our like staff and commentators out there, like dude, you're talking $2,500 just to fly people out. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy. So it's like it's not plausible at all. So it's definitely something though where we could figure out how to do a small event and do it, with our minimum constraints, just to put on a nice event for the West Coast supporters that have been, um, dehydrated of Halo. That's what I wanted to. I wanted to use a cool word, and dehydrated came to my
That's good.
mind. They got that thirst on and they can't quench it. So, if there's any more questions, I mean, I'll answer questions for a few more minutes. The job applications, dude. We probably have like 500 job applications
Okay.
that we haven't even started to go through yet. Like we have to wait till the site's ready to go for us to kind of start setting that up. I got to pass all that on to Connor, and he'll be taking care of that. So if you hear from Connor in the next couple weeks, you'll hear from him.
Yeah.
So that's kind of his side of the shabab. I don't even know what else we got. What other questions do you guys have? You guys aren't being very questionable right now.
When do AGL Wired signups begin and end? Do we have an
They
idea on that?
Connor.
I'm gonna say sometime within the next 2 weeks. I need to talk to the web guys and have them update me on exactly where it's at, but hopefully no longer than 2 weeks.
I mean, you guys do these shows every once in a while, right?
Every
Yeah.
week we try to.
Yeah. So anything gets updated, just come back here every
Yep.
week.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen our recap video, have you seen our recap video from Nashville, Ryan?
Yeah. Nashville.
Yeah.
I believe so. I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, so we do have the Nashville recap video, which our YouTube channel is scrolling across the screen right now. Go do it. Go check it out. Grant edited that. Everybody's complaining that some of the really good clips were in there. You could blame me for that. I can only go through so much of the rebroadcast. Like, it takes a lot of time to go through that. So I did miss,
Yeah.
rocket fails that were happening and stuff like that. And it's just like only so much I can do. So we will be doing a recap video from Pittsburgh, definitely, because there were so many good clips. And a lot of people are asking who got MVP at Pittsburgh. We don't give MVP out at small events, only the big ones. So nobody gets MVP at Pittsburgh.
What do you think about running some type of online, like kind of tournament thing? I don't know. I'm just spitballing. I saw somebody type King of the Hill, and it's like a King of the Hill for online like tournament, like kind of tournament, but it's like you get two teams to play each other. Winner has some incentive, like $100 or something. Have it all off stream, and then like send it to you guys. You guys commentate over it or something. Make money off ads on Twitch and stuff. What do you think about that?
I'm lost. What do you mean a King
I
of
don't
the
know.
Hill type
talking
thing?
about
Like winner
doing
stays. Like, oh, I'm too far into it. Like I'm already thinking like miles ahead whenever I have to introduce it. That's so hard to do. Do you understand it, Connor?
I mean, I get like the King of the
um
Hill concept. I understand
yeah,
what that
and then
means.
And then
are you saying like the winner of the match, like let's say a weekly thing, would get like $100 or something?
yeah, and we'd put it in our file share. You guys would like and record it or something, and then commentate over it.
So then how does that like?
I don't know. I'm just
Yeah, I don't
spitballing.
know
It's a
how.
show.
We'd have to figure out how like I like the King of the Hill aspect. I have to figure out like
Yeah.
how that works, because it's not. It's like a um. Yeah, I don't even know how to put it. It's hard.
Like,
It's like
would you guys have trouble like getting it up or like
no,
with the
no.
rules?
Oh, we just had to figure out how it works. No, like the whole like file share thing, because that's how Wired's gonna work. Like everyone's gonna have to put their
Yeah.
films and stuff, and we're gonna broadcast it and everything. So like
Yeah,
that's
basically
not
like
an
that.
issue at all.
But like a
Yeah.
normal King of the Hill, like you ask who's interested in doing it, and you take the top teams. You put two against each other. Winner stays, and
Mhm.
then you'll just select another team randomly, like every other week or something. Or
I
every week.
got you. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
So
Pretty cool.
it's just like a one match type of thing, like every week that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Best of
got you.
5 or something. Something small, but something interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm interested in online things that will get people starting to play again.
yeah,
That's
and
why I like
watch and everything.
tournaments. I like
I
all that
think
stuff.
too that that's kind of something that we're looking for relocating in Knoxville is having a lot of players that are down there and stuff, being able to actually do stuff like that online with a lot of the local player or on land, like with a lot of the local players, and me go and just stream, these four players versus these four, because a lot of Pier lives there, the Suds live there, and a lot of New Breed lives there. So like to get, a lot of these top, amateur or now AGL pro players, yeah, and just kind of mix up their teams every week or whatever,
Yeah.
whoever's in the area, and then potentially get the bigger names to come out too every now and then, just to kind of fill a celebrity spot kind of. So that's kind of something that we're looking into too, is being able to do a lot more daily and weekly stuff by being able to relocate like that. So yeah, lots of good stuff that um, we're up for every ideas. I love doing daily shows and content and everything like that. If you guys have any top 10 clips, shoot me a DM with your gamer tag or send me an email or on Xbox. I'm gonna do a top 10 tomorrow or the next day as soon as I get 10 clips. Once I have 10 clips, I'll make it.
Holy shit.
So first 10 clips,
Eh,
you're in the top 10. Let's go.
Let me put one in. Hurry up. I got this.
So
Go to mine.
Ryan's on it. Get on it. There you go. Top 10 fails. Yeah, actually, it would be like a not so top 10 like ESPN does. It's definitely something that I want to do for sure. I have like 4 saved up like fails that I did myself because I just dude like I jumped off the map 3 times in Haven or in Haven today in one game. And then I jumped off twice in the new Narrows with a full sniper. I jumped off the map 5 times today while I was playing. Like, just retarded. Like, I was walking on the edge of a wall. And I just walked off the edge. No big deal. Like, that's just what I did. And yes, that's still the file share. Um, I do have a video that I'm going to release. Um, it's our first setup video. We've kind of been talking about doing the setup videos and kind of going to pros or people's houses and figuring out like their setups on what they play and everything like that.
He's sick.
So we've got I'm going to release that video actually within like the next 10 minutes here on YouTube. So check that out once we release it. It's on Brent, one of the guys from Spy Studios, and we're going to be doing a lot more stuff like that with pro players coming in the future. So it's just something that I filmed like in an hour and just threw together. So make sure you check that out and let us know so we can critique it and make it better for the next episodes. Because Grant will be filming and editing all the other episodes. So that's all I got. The rebroadcast will be up tomorrow for this. So if you are just tuning in or missed anything, check it out then. Knoxville will be BenQs. Other than that, follow all of us on Twitter below us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
let us know, I don't know, questions, comments, or concern on Twitter. Otherwise, get ready for V4 to come out, 4-shot kill.
All
Uh,
right.
everybody should go and tweet to buy your passes for Knoxville. We literally need to sell at least 30 more passes. That's what we need to shoot for right now.
Buy your
So,
passes. Quit being lazy. Come on.
and don't forget to book your hotels.
Yeah,
Limited
that
hotel
too.
space. That's huge. So, otherwise, everyone, thanks for watching and stuff. And yeah, we'll see you on next time we have a show next week.
Definitely. Later, everyone.
Peace.
Bye.